Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Piyush Agarwal, Advanced RP Developer, and today I am going to start a new playlist which is going to be around RE framework. So I have always avoided this topic, and because I wanted to focus more on other advanced topics out there which a person might need in his career. But today I think that I should go back with the basics. And RE framework is really something that you would need in a corporate life. Okay, even if you are a student, a beginning in an RP field, this is something you should know. Okay, so in this playlist, we are going to learn each and everything in that to the smallest details, and the videos would be very small because I have seen that long videos are really boring and no one actually watches them. Okay, so I will try to make them as short as possible, maybe 8 to 15 minutes. So without wasting time, let's start. RE framework, the robotic enterprise framework, is one of the best frameworks provided by UiPath. So this is how it looks. We have got over here some states, some transitions, moving from one state to another. And unlike a sequence of flowchart where you can go from one sequence or one activity to another, with states you can go to multiple states based on certain conditions. It's just like if a certain condition is true, I would go to right direction, but if the condition is false, I might go to the left direction, or it might be possibly the third part, I might go on that path. So that is how this RE framework is built up. So I will start with the initialization. Now over here, as the reading annotation is read configuration file and initialize applications used in the process. So the work we do in the initialization is exactly the same. Now over here we have got a try catch, and in that first we are reading the config file. We are checking if the config variable is nothing. So config is a dictionary variable in which we store the all the key value pairs available in our config.xlsx. Let me open that for you, which is available in the data folder. So in config, what we keep all the details which are necessary for our bot. Anything that you would hard code in your code, you should not hard code it and rather put it in the config file and then use from this Excel file. Okay, using the config variable. So over here I have got settings sheet, constant sheet, assets sheet. In settings, we prefer to enter the path of certain applications or any URL websites or the credentials that you are going to use, something which are very even less possibly but tend to change. Okay, so if you have got a path to an application, there's a possibility that when you replace the bot to some another user, another VDI, then the path may or might change. Then comes constant sheet, something which would remain constant throughout the bot. Okay, it could be like if you're working with Excel, there are some Excel columns which you're using. You are directly trying to fetch data using the column name. Now that those column names would remain same most likely for in case another real process end-to-end process is changing. But if that is not the case, then those column names would remain same, or the emails to whom you want to send an email, all those things would remain same. You can keep them in the constant sheet. Then comes assets. Assets, what we keep them on the orchestrator, some values which we use in the bot, like for example the business users email address. If you are sending some report to the business or to your own team, I would recommend to use assets, because for example I am sending emails to 4 developers in my team. There is a possibility that another fifth developer may join the team, or 2 developers might leave the team. So if your values are on the orchestrator in an asset, you can easily just remove or add the email address from there, and you don't need to add it or do anything with your bot. Okay, so let's go back to the studio. Now in the init settings, you won't need to do anything. This particular XAML is built only to get all the details from the config.xlsx into your dictionary config variable. Then these two particular activities are for queue folder and queue name to check those things. Then comes a kill all process. The use of this XAML is to kill all the processes that are being running that would be required in your process, in your automation, to kill all of them if they are running in the system. If not, then no issues, then it won't do anything. So it's not like it would automatically kill them, of course. This is also just a XAML. Inside this XAML, you need to invoke the kill process activity and kill those processes. Okay. Then I will go back. So next I have got this if condition. This was now not present earlier, at least in 2018, 2019, 2020. Maybe at the end of 2021, this was introduced. So this is a very good condition, I would say, brilliant, because you see, the requirement of this particular if condition is that if a process is running and it is unable to log into a certain application, which we generally do in the init all state, initialization state, but it is unable to log into that and it is retrying thanks to the RE framework retry mechanism, then there are chances that it might block or lock the user from the application, which would lead to really business related problems. You need to raise requests and get permissions to unlock your account. So this single if condition can save you from that all that hassle. If multiple consecutive system exceptions would occur, like for different transactions you are again and again getting the same error, then you can throw us another exception and stop the bot. Okay, and you can, in the close application setting, you might check if this application error has come and handle it based on it. Like you can notify the user, the developer, or anything. Okay, then comes the init all applications XAML. Okay, the most like the required file, the where we start our development from. In this particular XAML, we need to invoke all those activities, all those process code where we are either invoking an application or reading an Excel file, reading a database, anything which is the iterative point. We need to fetch it over here in the initialize all application state. So let's say I'm working on Salesforce. I want to get some details from there and iterate over them. So I would log into Salesforce, check if that application is logged in or not. If not, I can throw an exception over here. If it is logged in, I can extract some data and use that data to iterate later end by using in creating another argument called out transaction data and save the iterative transaction data in that. Or maybe if you are using queues, you can, and you want to work on a particular application, let's say it could be a desktop application like WhatsApp desktop or Telegram or any other software. You can log into that software like SVP in this particular initial all application stage so that your bot is ready to process it. Okay, that is the work of initialize all application. As the name suggests, initialize your system, your process, your application to the point from where you want to start working on, start automating the stuff. So that is the role of init all applications. Another use that we work in this XAML is that if you want to use Excels instead of queues, you would read your Excel in this state. That is the best practice. Read Excel from on which data you want to iterate on, save it in an out underscore transaction data, and bring it back to the main XAML. Now, final thing that you need to understand about initialize all applications. Again, back this sequence, if first run. Okay, as the name suggests, this particular sequence first run would only work when the bot is running at the first time. Okay, it's not like, it's like the when I start the bot the first time, only this sequence will run. Then if a process fails or it is retrying, the sequence won't be done. So if you want to do something, you can do over here. If you want it to be executed only once, generally what I prefer, I would create a variable over here. Let's say first run equals to true, and I use it in the init all application state. The use of that variable is if I want to iterate on a particular file and I'm downloading that file from some certain location, then I want to download that only once, because there is a possibility if I'm downloading it again and again, the data might change on that website. Let's say there were 10 entries in the initial stage, but some error occurred and it again went to that application to download that sheet. Now the number of entries may increase or decrease, that is going to create problems for the bot. Okay, so what I prefer, I just get an argument called first run, set it to true. If it is first run, then download the file. If it is not the first run, just read the file. It is already downloaded for you. That is kind of a practice I personally follow. You can try that in your own processes. So that is all, guys, for this initialization stage. In the next video, I am gonna work explain more about the get transaction data, and in the following upcoming videos, not only these states, we are going to understand more what we can do the array framework on what kind of transactions processes we can apply it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Please do like, share, and uh, comment on my channel on this video and share it with your friends. Do subscribe it. Okay, guys, see ya. Bye.